Hello Aquarius, welcome to Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we are going to get right into your reading, next 7-day outlook, your twin flame outlook, a connection that you have with someone in your life. And what's happening in that connection, right? Where your head is at, where's their head at, what's going on between the two of you. And then we'll look at some clarifiers and see how deep we can get into the message, all right? Aquarius, 7-day outlook. Twin flame reading, show me what's going on with Aquarius. Alright, you get the Chariot again. I can't believe it. The Chariot has come out for five or six readings today. That's how you come in, Chariot. You see the person as the Knight of Wands. You desire the Lovers, and what needs to happen is the Ace of Wands. Your person is coming out as Seven of Pentacles. They see you as a Nine of Wands. They desire a Queen of Swords, and what needs to happen is Seven of Swords. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Swords. So this is a lesson, right? This is a teaching moment and hopefully a completion to a cycle of destructive maybe behavior, right? Self-destructive behavior, or getting involved in relationships that are difficult, right? Ten of Swords. You know, it's like Ten of Swords is that stage where you've had enough. The last blow is coming in, and now this ego that you've had so many blows to this ego, it's dead. And you now literally have to transcend and rise above and be a different person. You just can't get hurt by the same things anymore. And so that makes you a different person, right? So let's get into it. Aquarius, you are coming in with the Chariot. So your person is coming in with Seven of Pentacles. So for you, it's all about really taking a look at your life. What is the next step in your life? What is the path that you see before you? Chariot is Cancer energies. It's associated with Cancer and Tarot. And Chariot, you know, a lot of people talk about Chariot being the card for motion, but you see that it's standing still right there. There's a stillness there. It's not moving yet. The wheels have not yet engaged. And there is a focus on your goal, right? But with the Chariot, he's focusing on the goal, but he's also looking at the road ahead and what it is he's going to have to encounter, right? What is he going to have to do? What is he willing to do, not willing to do? You know, what road will you take to accomplish the things you want to accomplish? What person will you be on that road? And so it's very important, and Chariot energy talks about really focusing on that right now and making those plans and those preparations and coming to terms with those things. Your person has Seven of Pentacles. They're reevaluating a lot about themselves, their lives, their job. What am I doing with myself, right? This next 7 days, they are really feeling like, look, where am I at, you know? You know, what I've accomplished, was it worth it? Is it worth it? Is this still where I want to be? Seven of Pentacles is very contemplative energy about, you know, the work you do, the work you've done, the things that you've accomplished so far. Are you happy with them? Or is it time for a change? So how do you see each other? Well, you see them as a Knight of Wands and they see you as a Nine of Wands. So this is interesting. Nine of Wands is kind of like, you know, that last little bit that you need to kind of let go, right? You're starting to realize that you are being, you know, all of the crutches that you've leaned on, you know, all of the behaviors, the attitudes, the habits, I want to say, and we look at them as crutches or self-protective behaviors. They've begun to just isolate you and put you in a place where you don't, where you can't see clearly what you want. And this is how they're seeing you. They're seeing you as somebody who's really kind of dealing with a lot right now. You know, still dealing with trying to find your way, as it were, right? Out from the forest, right? You've gone through a lot, and they see that. Now, you see them as a Knight of Wands. So Knight of Wands is that fire, is that person who's going to support you. They're going to be very actionary. This is somebody, Knight of Wands is somebody who, you know, he goes after his goals. He takes the next step, right? He's courageous, right? He doesn't let anything hold him back. He's also like the great cheerleader, the Knight of Wands, right? He's the one who comes in and supports you. And so you see them as a support system for sure, as someone that you can almost trust on their energy to help you get moving, right? And they see you as somebody who needs a little bit of a push over that hurdle to get to where you need to be. Now, what do you both desire, though? Now, this is interesting. Here, it's you who desires the lover's connection, but they desire honesty. They want to see more of who you are. Who are you really, right? Queen of Swords is really kind of like being honest with who they are and wanting you to be brutally honest with who you are. Queen of Swords isn't afraid to sort of express her true feelings. She communicates her feelings on a level that is brutal sometimes. But there's clarity there. And this is what they desire. And when someone is resonating with Queen of Swords, it's a mutual desire. They want that, but they require that from you too. To be part of their audience, they need that from you. You want lovers. You want this love connection with them. You want to be together with them. You want to work out the issues that you guys have. So there is absolutely a desire on your part to be with them. You see them as a source of fire and passion and support. What needs to happen, though? This is interesting. Ace of Wands and futility, Seven of Swords. Well, for you, it needs to be action. You have to be more actionary. It's time to really sort of step up and put into place, I guess, begin to put into place the actions that are needed. Specifically, if they're seeing you as a Nine of Wands, it could be that you've been kind of slow to move, or you've been holding back. It could be that you're just a little exhausted about making the next steps, right? But it's necessary. You need a fire put underneath of you. And then in this love connection, that is what it's calling for. Seven of Swords for them. So for them, futility. What needs to happen is that they need to stop cheating and going about the bush and trying to get something for nothing. Seven of Swords is a card for treachery. And, you know, somewhere along the line, they are playing some kind of game, and that needs to stop. They're playing, I want to say playing games, or more or less, let me put it to you this way. The Seven of Swords, it can be the card for treachery, but it's a card for futility, and it's also the story of the tortoise and the hare. So it's the person who takes things for granted, right? And then loses and doesn't win because they take things for granted. They need to stop taking things for granted. There's some kind of issue here with them. Let's get some clarity. Where, you know, there's something about them that their attitude in this situation is calling for this as what needs to happen. So you could be dealing with somebody who is a little too brutally honest, Queen of Swords, right? And yet at the same time unwilling to put the effort in where it is required, right? It could be that they're hiding something from you, which is why they're desiring Queen of Swords, because it could be that they've been hiding something about themselves from you, and they desire to be open about it. They want to be open about it, but they have to stop this kind of like treacherous behavior over here, underhanded behavior, right? So there's a little shadow here. There's a little challenge here. Show me what's going on with this reading with Aquarius and their lover. Now, you want this connection with them, but again, it may not necessarily be, you know, you may not get what you want. Again, they have to not be like this. This Seven of Swords is the thief in the night. Eight of Pentacles comes out, so work needs to be done. Queen of Wands, yeah, you've been through it. Ten of Wands, there is your release. And Ace of Swords, so honesty. Yeah, there's something going on here with this person where they're just not being honest with you. You want the lover's connection, but action is needed for you. And I would say action, Ace of Swords, action comes out because the action you need is the action get the truth. Right? You need to get the truth about what's going on here because there's some aspect here. There's some hidden knowledge here, right? And Ace of Swords is clarity coming in. It's truth coming in. It's information coming in that helps you find a solution, right? And brings you to victory in certain situations. So there's information that is needed here, truth that is needed here, honesty. a new kind of honesty or communication even, because something here is up, right? Eight of Pentacles comes in for the both of you. So for you, work, right? Work needs to come in for you to really set your plans in motion, like just physical laboring, going to work, getting it done. Eight of Pentacles, right? And that's what's going to help you come out of this Nine of Wands. They're already contemplating what they're supposed to be doing with themselves. And for them, they need to be working too. So Eight of Pentacles is resonating for both of you. Both of you need to be putting a lot of action into your day-to-day task and work. Whatever it is you do for a living, bring that financial stability in and that confidence, and it's going to inform that Chariot energy you have about what you want to move forward with. Now, Queen of Wands, you've been through a lot already, Aquarius. Queen of Wands lets me know that you've been through the fire before, all right? And you can do it again. Learn from your mistakes. Learn from the wisdom that you have already accumulated. Don't forget that the wisdom is already there. Do not fall for the same thing over and over again. Queen of Wands is the teacher. People come to her for lessons. And oftentimes, she may not give you the lesson if she doesn't feel that you've even made enough of an attempt on your own, or if you're even worthy for it, right? And so at the same time, you need to be worthy of your own lessons. Like, listen to yourself, listen to your experience, and listen to what you've been through to help you get through this Nine of Wands energy. Ten of Wands is coming in here in the desire, and also again with lovers, Aquarius, this desire to have this lovers connection, but yet at the same time constantly carrying burdens that are no longer yours to carry. Must, you know, in order to get this connection, to come to this connection with this person or anyone, you have this Ten of Wands has to happen, which is finally sort of enough is enough, letting it all go. And letting it all go, I mean, when I say all of it, the baggage, the hang-ups, the baggage that right now is still keeping you at the 9, keeping you away from where you need to be, still keeping you hurt, still keeping you fumbling, because the crutches you've been using have become baggage. They've become obstacles, they've become baggage, and now the weight of it needs to come down. It needs to be relieved. You need to let go of it because the weight of it is too much, right? So there's the challenge. There's an aspect here where truth is required. Honesty between the two of you is required. And for you, it feels to me, Aquarius, like this lover's connection is much more to do with you coming out of some baggage and some difficult sort of love trauma here with that Wands energy. All right. And a new love needs to, and Ace of Wands also, not only is it absolute action, but it's also the great phallic symbol. It can be a new opportunity in passion and love. It isn't always just the Ace of Cups. Ace of Wands can also indicate a new passionate connection. But honesty has to be here, and this completion, you have two tens here, Ten of Swords and Ten of Wands. This completion has to happen for you to resonate on a level where this passion can come in a healthy way. Whether or not this person is willing to give up the games and the bullshit, the thief and the knife, the sort of, you know, half-assed energy that they're putting in is really less to do with this connection. This may not even necessarily be the right connection for you, because what I'm saying here is that once you lay this down, the Ten of Wands, once you come to that place, Ten of Swords, you can't be, you know, you're resonating up on so many levels. You may not even want this person anymore because they're still kind of in a base place here. They're thinking about their job. What do I do? They're cutting corners here. They're not willing to put the work in. All of this is serving as an opportunity almost for you to learn your lesson to end love, Aquarius, where you've been before. And kind of this is like the final straw and kind of like a messed up, possibly manipulative situation. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. This is your reading for the next 7 days, twin flame connection, a connection you have with someone in your life. All right, I hope it gave you some clarity, Aquarius. If it did, please like, subscribe to my channel so you can be updated or notified when my videos are up. Share the video. All of that really helps me out. But for right now, Aquarius, have a good 7 days, and I'll see you at your next reading. Bye-bye now.